Okay, so last week we at Eightlane asked you to send in questions for this week's Ask Fairbs feature, and we had literally thousands and thousands and thousands of emails, so thank you so much for them. We've picked one completely at random, which may coincidentally have been written by one of our producers. It says this: Dear Fairbs, love the feature. Could you please help me? I spend a lot of time in the car and I need to know how to stay healthy. Well, in order to do that, I've come to Newport Pagnell Northbound Services, which is officially the 6th best service station on the M1, to find out what facilities they have to offer an aspiring athlete. So I've come inside to get some refreshments, and one of the things that Newport Pagnell has to offer is a Starbucks. So I've got a coffee and a blueberry muffin. Obviously the blueberry muffin isn't that healthy, but there is blueberries in it, so that is one of your 5 a day. One thing to be aware of though, these two items cost me £17.63, so it can be quite pricey, but fortunately mine is on 8-lane news expenses, so I can have as much as I want. Cheers. There are a range of charitable giving points at service stations, but one thing to be aware of is these are often a con, so I would steer well clear of them. Probably the best thing about coming to a motorway service station is the fact that you can set yourself up and enjoy some simply terrific views. Like, for instance, me here, I'm now looking out on the busy M1 motorway as vehicles travel up and down all day long. Of course, I'd be lying if I said that Starbucks was the only food outlet when you came to a service station. There are a number of other ones, as we see here. You get free chips with every pizza. Of course, it is challenging to eat healthily, so that's why they tend to offer a range of healthy options, such as this cheese and marmite sandwich, a bargain at £3.85, and these prawn cocktail crisps, which are just £2.50, so good value. Of course, in the interest of balance and honesty, I should say that whenever I shop at a motorway service station, I always shop at Waitrose. The Crossroads Bridge is a regular feature at motorway service stations, and Newport Pagnell is proud of theirs as it is glass covered. This was not seen until 1988, so it's a relatively late invention. Of course, for athletes, the benefit of these is that you can walk aimlessly up and down this bridge that is around about 125 metres long, thus getting in valuable training and working off that blueberry muffin from a minute ago. Okay, so I've crossed the bridge now to come to the Southbound Services. These are a separate legal entity to the Northbound Services, and there's a good degree of competition between the two sides. I'm going to have a look and see if it's any different on this side. And as you can see, it's all very similar over this side. However, the Northbound Services are more exclusive, and in fact, southbound users were only allowed into the Northbound service station last year, and that is because it has a Waitrose over there. I'm heading back over there now because it's nicer. It would be foolish not to take advantage of a runway like this to get some vital miles in, and so I like to spend a couple of hours or two just running back and forth over this bridge. It keeps the blood flow flowing and crucially adds to your weekly mileage. Service stations have a rich history here in the United Kingdom ever since their inception in 1976. Runners have stopped here on their way to races, on their way to training, and going about their everyday lives. It's important that you find a balance between what works for you and what works for the organisation. But I hope that this video has given you some tips as how to stay healthy on the road. Of course, a visit to the lavatory to use the facilities is important whenever you do stop. Unfortunately, having spoken to the management, I've been told that I'm unable to film inside the lavatories today, but you'll have to take my word for it. They're pretty good.